project. To make these yummy apple caramel tarts, these are the ingredients you're going to need. Some crumbled digestive cookies, some butter, and maple syrup. To start off, to make the crumbly part at the bottom, we're going to mix some melted butter and some maple syrup together. Once it's all blended and you get that beautiful golden color, then go ahead and mix in the crumbled biscuits until you realize that it's all blended and good to go. Next, you want to grab some non-stick spray or just some butter, and that way you want to make sure that the cookie does not stick to the tray. And then once you have everything into the cupcake tray, just leave it into the fridge for about an hour just so it gets nice and firm and ready to continue on. And now to make the delicious caramel filling, you want to melt some butter, and then we're going to be adding the brown sugar, and make sure to blend that in nice and well. Not to worry, I'm going to have the list of ingredients down below in the comments section so you can follow along. Now the key is to continually keep stirring because you do not want that sugar to burn. Once it's ready to go, then you can add in the condensed milk, and remember, keep stirring and stirring. Once you have it starting to boil, then you're ready to take it off the oven and get ready to do the filling. Once you've filled up all your cupcake trays, then just let it hang on the side while we make the fancy roses. So make sure to sprinkle some flour on your dough and on the surface, and then get your rolling pin out and stretch away that dough. So I kept flipping it around just so I can stretch it as much as possible, and then when I thought it was ready, then it was time to cut off strips to start forming the roses. Alright, we're getting there. So now we need to start forming the actual rose itself, so we're going to need some apples. So once you start cutting off the apples, before you start slicing away, we're going to need to create a curvy shape. So just start carving away the middle part of the apple, and then you're ready to start slicing up. Try to make the pieces as thin as possible, and this is where your kitchen skills come in handy. Slice, slice, slice. So we're going to need these apples to bend a little bit more. So the trick is to get some boiling hot water and then place the apples inside, and then squeeze one full lemon and just put that on the side, and then you'll see the magic afterwards. So once your apples were roasting in that hot water for half an hour, it's time to start forming your roses. So I got some marmalade jam and placed it all over the pastry strips. Now you can get whatever filling that you prefer. And then you want to add some cinnamon, lightly sprinkle it all over because cinnamon goes perfectly with apples. And then you're ready to get your bendable apple slices and slowly start placing them on the top portion of the pastry slice that we have. Try to get some of the apples to overlap a little bit just so that way we can squeeze in as much as apples as possible. And then you're ready to roll it over. Now keep in mind, the longer the pastry piece that you have, the bigger the roses will be, so you'll notice that later on we're going to have different sizes, and that's the cool part about it. And then we're going to do that again and again until we form our bouquet of roses. Next, I preheated the oven to 350 Fahrenheit and left it in for about 15 minutes. And then afterwards, you want to make sure it's nice and cool before you place the icing sugar all over it, just to give it that nice little frosty color. I hope you enjoyed this type of recipe and hope you have an awesome Valentine's Day. And if you enjoyed this, please press that subscribe button down below and feel free to comment and let me know what other recipes you'd like me to try. Thanks for watching and see you next time.